What's crack-lagging, everyone? Luxance here, your coach of the Young Joe Sparkling. Alright, and today I'm here for my round 2 or divisional semifinals of the UPBA. We are facing off against JV. We faced off against them in the regular season. Not looking forward to this matchup, honestly. My team doesn't switch in very well to Blaziken, but it's not like the other possible matchup in Root was a lot better, so. Because my team also does not deal with clear and black, so we'll just have to see what we can do in this one. Now, I brought a very similar team as I did last time. I considered bringing Weavile, just like I did last time. Weavile last time was actually the first mon I had put on the team, but I decided that I felt my initial 6 that I brought into the game was going to be more consistent against the things I felt like he could bring, so I decided to go with Zapdos lead again. I did that last time, and that worked out fine. He leads Coco this time, as I just got into my Mudsdale. I figured that he would either click Thunderbolt or like Nature's Madness here. Mudsdale's not that valuable, so I can just go for a Stealth Rock here and have them up for the rest of the game. There was no defog or anything of the sort, other than potentially this Coco. So I felt like getting the rocks up immediately would be very beneficial for me to chip down a Blaziken and stuff like that, because the Blaziken is a big threat. What else did I consider bringing? I don't think there was much. I didn't consider bringing the Tangela or Licky Tongue or anything. Yeah, okay. Actually, I think I might have considered the Tangela, but then I realized there was a Blaziken, so that's like not a good idea. Here he does switch out the Coco though, as he goes out into Tangrowth, which is completely fine by me. As I just go for a Stealth Rock here, as I mentioned. No defog or anything, so being able to get rid of like potential sashes and stuff like that, it's just very nice. I've gone to my Zapdos here. There's no reason for me not to go out into it. It completely walls pretty much anything what this Tangrowth wants to do. It does a shitload of damage. Leech Seed is like slightly annoying, but not too bad or anything, so it's kind of whatever. As I think I just click Volt Switch here. Maybe I click Heat Wave. Maybe I click Hurricane. That also sounds like a play I would make. I would love to click Hurricane in situations like this. I think I just go for Heat Wave. It's a neutral play. It hits the Coco pretty well. It hits this pretty hard. And also hits the Crocodile pretty hard that he brought this time. So I figured, hey, you know what? Just click Heat Wave. Best move. It hits all 3 of the monsters I could see coming in very hard. So there's no real downside to making that play for me. As we do, in fact, catch the Coco with the Heat Wave. And as you can see, that does a good amount of damage. He's gonna get Leech Seed back, but this is totally fine. Like, I don't care. It's a bit annoying because, well, obviously, the Coco can deal some damage. But I can just go out into my G-Slowking here. I felt like he would either Roost or go for, like, Nature's Madness or something like that. Maybe just go for, like, a U-turn or something. So, this felt like a very safe play, as I now have my G-Slowking out against this Coco, of course. Now, I did consider one other G-Slowking set, and I kind of regret not bringing that in this scenario, because I wanted to do Iron Defense Weakness Policy, which right here would have been very, very nice. But we do just go for the Scald here, predicting the Crocodile to come out. Sludge Bomb is a very obvious click here, so I figured that he'd probably want to go on into his Crocodile to take that, or if I want to go for Psychic, then it would cover that play as well. But I do, in fact, click the Scald here, as I figured it covers the Jirachi, it covers the Crocodile, it'll do a good amount of damage to the Crocodile, which is the main thing I want. does just a bit under half, so that tells me that he's pretty bulky. As I consider staying in here on a potential rocks and just getting another Scald off on this thing. But I think I just go out into my Zapdos, maybe? It's either Zapdos or I go out into the Mudsdale. I don't know. I think I should go out into the Zapdos. Yeah, I'm debating between those two mainly. But I think I might end up going out into the Mudsdale to try and get a Toxic off. Which, in hindsight, I don't really agree with. I think I should have gone Zapdos. Or, I do go Zapdos. Okay, never mind. Sick. As Zapdos comes in, Crook just clicks Rocks, which is fine. This is the only one I really cared about Rocks. I have Boots on my Tapu Fini, which is the main mon that would need to be chipped for the Blaziken. So I figured I'll be fine. I can just click Heat Wave again. If Coco wants to come in, then that's fine. It's going to take a lot of damage. If the Crook wants to stay in, then it's going to take a good amount of damage anyway, so. Heat Wave seemed like a good mid-ground play, so. Might as well. As right here, the Heat Wave does land. We just do a good bit of damage. And I think I click Volt Switch here, yeah. I figured that he would probably want to Roost or something like that. So Volt Switch seemed like the correct play. He goes for Thunderbolt here, which I didn't really expect. But as I mentioned, I just go for the Volt Switch here. It brings the Coco very low. As right now, I think I can just go Mienshao. I think I go. I either go like Mienshao or I go like Mudsdale or something like that. So I think this might be where I go Mudsdale, because I'm like, he can't do shit to me. He's Thunderbolt, Volt Switch. He's not gonna be Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Roost. And I figured it could be Grass Knot, but I don't think it's very likely. And it also doesn't 2 KO from Heavy Duty Boots, so Mudsdale seemed like the correct play. I just want to go for Toxic here, because, well, if the Tangrowth comes in, then I can just get a free Toxic on that, hopefully. Which is what I expected to come in here. As he does stay in and go for the Dazzling Gleam, which I don't know if I agree with. Like, it's not going to do a lot of damage. I was Spadef last time, and this is pretty much the exact same Mudsdale set. I did consider, once again, maybe running Body Press and stuff like that, and Dazzling Gleam does boost that, so I don't know. But we just get a Toxic on this Coco at this point, which is fine, it's whatever. But we do know the entire set now: Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Dazzling Gleam, Roost. So that's cool. I think I just spam Toxic here to not allow the Tangrowth in for free. If he wants to Roost, then that's completely fine. Since, I mean, I wouldn't really care too much. It was mainly, as I said, just in case the Tangrowth wanted to come in this turn. But I don't know. Maybe I should have just killed this at this point and then Toxic the Tangrowth afterwards. But I think my play was fine there for the most part. It covered the Scout, so. Here I do just go G-Slugging, however. I want to take not over 50% damage on this Mudsdale. So Slowking is the best option here. Or is this Dazzling Gleam? It's gonna do no damage, and the Coco's just gonna die at this point, which does free up Zapdos to click Hurricane a bit more, which is very nice, but Zapdos is also pretty low at this point, so it's a bit of seeing what would and wouldn't work. So right now, I think the Crocodile will just come in again. So I think what I should have done here is just sack the Zapdos. The Zapdos doesn't really do too much in this game anymore. So I think I could have just sacked that, or I could have just clicked Scald. Scald was also a fine play. But I ended up going out into the Mudsdale, which I do think is probably was at the time, like, maybe a good play, but I don't agree with it thinking about it now, since I feel like Mudsdale actually had a lot of value in hindsight. Could still take a hit from the Lightning Rock, could still take a hit from a like special Jirachi or something like that, would like call my Flash Cannon. So in hindsight, I don't really agree too much with this play, but this is what it is. He goes for a Toxic here, which is fine. I just shot the Elastic Band that I was fidgeting with, and I have no clue where it just went. So that's like slightly annoying. Anyhow, I just Toxic back as he goes for Toxic as well. Where did it go? Okay, well, I guess that's just gone into the ether. Now we have two Toxic ground types on here. As I said, I don't really agree with my play there, so is whatever though. Can't change much about that now, as he does withdraw the Crocodile and goes out into the Tangrowth, which is very nice for me, as I did click the Toxic again, as I mentioned. But unfortunately we missed the Toxic, which is so annoying, because at this point we can't get a Toxic on this Tangrowth. It's going to outspeed me. So that's annoying, but then again, what do you do about it, right? So Giga Drain is going to take us out. I really want the Toxic, mainly for Mienshao endgame potentially, like Scarf CC would be very nice. So right here, I just go out into the Dialga, however. I think I might click Sub. I might also just have clicked... Okay, I did not just click Ice Beam. So this is essentially the exact same Dialga as I brought last time, except I put Ice Beam over Toxic. It would have been more annoying with Vaporeon to deal with that, but I figured Vaporeon wasn't too likely to come, so having Ice Beam to just Oko to Tangrowth would be far better for my team. So as the Crocodile does come out here, which luckily an Ice Beam can just KO, which is very good for me. As Crocodile takes a bit more poison damage, and even if Ice Beam doesn't kill from this range, the poison damage will, so at this point I'm good to Ice Beam. Crook goes for the Earthquake, which fine, I don't really care. As I just get off the Ice Beam here, killing the Crocodile and picking up a kill for us, which is pretty nice. Good job, Dialga. So right now, I do think my Dialga is looking decent. So I would say that I'm in a decent position to win, as he just got into the Jirachi here, which to me seems fine. I can just substitute here. Jirachi can't really do much to break my sub, so Jirachi goes for Cosmic Power here, and in my mind, I figured that if he's Cosmic Power, he's going to be Weakness Policy, obviously, to try and catch the Weavile, and then he would be some type of like Flash Cannon, Aura Sphere type shenanigan, probably Aura Sphere because that also hits the Dialga. But as we are going to see here, and I probably speed this up in post, because this is just very long. with me setting up body press and him setting up cosmic powers, really. Or iron defenses for body press. But as we'll see in a bit here, he is Cosmic Power Protect Wish Stored Power. Now, I'm just going to say it, that wins here. I don't have a single thing to beat that because my Mudsdo has died. However, I also don't really agree with the bring, because obviously I have a Weavile, and I was, last time at least, the first mod I built a set for, but I ended up deciding that it wasn't going to be as consistent. I still think it's very good in the matchup, though. So, I don't know. I don't really agree with that, because it's essentially just a 5v6 if I do bring the Weavile. Obviously, I didn't bring the Weavile, so it worked out. But that is something I personally can't agree with in prep, since it's just a mod that doesn't do anything, in theory. So, that's rough, obviously, but what do you do about it, right? I tried to set up cheese him, and he set up cheeses me. Like, that, it's just karma, really. So, yeah, but as I mentioned, it's not something in prep I would personally agree with. I would personally just say that to bring something that's more consistent overall, because that way you're not relying on things outside of your control to happen. It's like you need guts on a Conkeldurr, for example, so you go off of the assumption that a Milotic with Scald can activate your guts. That is, in my opinion, bad prep. Even if it works out, it's not something you should have to rely on, in my opinion. And I will just say that I think that is bad prep, but that is my opinion, obviously. I didn't win this game, so you can take that how you will. You can take it as me being salty, you can take it as me just putting out my thoughts there. However, I will say, JP got really close to me, to beating me in the regular season anyway, so it's only fair that, or well, makes sense that his second shot at it would prove fruitful. So, GG's to him. And well, there's not much more to say. This is just how the game goes, essentially. But GG's to him. And this is the end of my run, unfortunately. Can't go to full undefeated run, but check out his channel down in the description below. I said this last time, I think, on Twitter. Jesus fucking Christ, JV's thumbnail game is insane. He's good. He makes good videos, and fuck, man, his fucking thumbnail was insane. I'm sure he will have an insane thumbnail for this as well. So please go check him out in the description down below. Go check out Jack. Go check out all the other coaches. You can't watch my videos anymore for this because, well, they're just where that's. But I'll see you guys another time. Peace out.